Welcome to TALRadio powered by Touch a Life Foundation. You are now going to listen to our latest episode of Mentor Loop, a career guidance program from Roopa Sunku, Chief Evangelist at TAL Career Help. In this week's episode, we shall be knowing the strategy for a promotion. Step by step we will be guided along the path to make ourselves eligible and scale the heights in any profession.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Mentor Loop, another episode from Touch a Life Foundation. And my name is Roopa Sunku, the Chief Evangelist for Career Help. I'm super excited to bring to you folks the ability to look at your career and assess whether you're ready for that promotion. So in order to kind of assess yourself, I would like to consider a model around you being the center, spanned by your story, your skills, your environment, and your goals that help you make an assessment whether you're ready for that promotion. So taking the left side of my skills and story, you would need to look at what are the technical and soft skills that you have, the values that you possess, the interests that you have, the motivations that you're working for, and the needs that you have. These 5 elements will help you determine where you are and are you ready for that jump or that assessment to move into a promotable state of mind. There are other factors like goals and environment that create or span the other cycle or circle around you. And that would have entities like financial responsibility, goals and priorities, your health, your family and leisure activities, your spirituality, and your personal relationships. If you're able to assess where you stand in the grand schema, you are then able to say that my environment and my goals is ready for that move, and I have the necessary story, values, and skills to be able to take myself and project onto that next promotion or that next step up in the career ladder. I have found this book by Dave Crenshaw that's called Invaluable: The Secret to Becoming Irreplaceable. I found the reading extremely exciting, and I thought I'd share the factors that he lists, values or assessments of yourself to be able to make that change. And are you ready for that change and make yourself become that irreplaceable person? So the first factor is the demand. Is there a demand within your environment and your organization, or the demand outside your organization for that opportunity or that promotion? Should be first assessed. The second factor to assess is your abilities. So going back to the self-assessment of your skills, your values, your interests, and your motivations, then determine the ability to be able to promote. The third factor is, are you irreplaceable? And that factor is about knowing things and being the so-called expert within that area and should be the go-to person, and thus becoming an irreplaceable element or employee within the organization that you worked on. And then, do you have the right focus? It would be the fourth factor to consider. And if you have the focus, you have the interests and the motivations that go along with it, and becomes the fourth factor for your promotable opportunity. The fifth factor is connections. You have to have the connections, the relationships, the goals and priorities to meet those connections with the need and the ability to be able to promote. And the last factor is authority. Do you have the skills, authority to be able to do that job? Do you have the relationships that will help you foster and promote? Or do you have the health and motivation within you to be able to make that authoritative stand and make that jump to the promotion that you're looking for? So one may wonder, is it good to just do a lateral move, or is it always good to do an upward movement? You'll be surprised to hear some of the stats, a little bit older in nature, but something that made me think about the aspect of lateral moves. In 2016, a survey was done of about 2,000 full-time employees by the Cornerstone team. And they found that 89% of those people surveyed were willing to make that lateral move. And they still considered this as a career move to get to a position without a pay raise. So, what are the reasons why these people actually pursue a lateral move? It could be that they found personal satisfaction to be greater in the new opportunity, or it could just be a path to pursue further progression within their career, or it could be that it was professionally more challenging. So, those could be some of the factors that make you look at another company or another job overall. It could also be just that the culture of the company is new. You have the opportunities to learn, thus giving you greater personal satisfaction and actually can see career progression in the horizon. So then you may ask yourself, are vertical and horizontal career paths mutually exclusive? I don't think so. Why do you make those lateral moves is what I've shared with you. So it could just be the expansion of the skill set, your network, your marketability, a new perspective, or it may be a smaller size company and you want to slow down with your profession because you have personal scenarios prioritized higher than the professional elements at that point in time. And why not on the lateral moves would be conditions like pay scale may not be driver for you and a motivational factor for you. And some of the negative perceptions of frequent job change or smaller scope may also ask for you to consider a lateral move. And sometimes people just see a dead end position and want to change around or learn another facet within the company. Or it could be a organizational change that you're looking for. So they, I think, are very, very complementary in terms of either horizontal or vertical moves. It's basically based on that self-assessment that you've made and are willing to work with those motivations and those goals that you have personalized. So I'd also like to kind of give you a 9-step assessment model to be able to see if you have the habits that will make yourself promotable. So the first one is set and communicate your career goals. Annually or biannually, look and talk to your manager about what it is that you want to achieve and what is it that you are being perceived as. So that is an important piece to communicate between your manager and yourself. Talk with other managers and see if you are in a position to be advanced and whether there are opportunities around you as well. Don't announce any plans to leave a company and create a negativity with your manager, but instead have those open front conversations to be able to determine whether you're meeting your career goals or surpassing your career goals, and then your interest to take on that promotion. Always be a team player is the second habit that you want to look at. Every company is a team. A big team or a small team ultimately benefits the company at large. So volunteering your efforts before you're asked of a task or a responsibility and working well with multiple peoples with multiple perspectives and gravitating to that end goal within the organization and creating positive energy and not just relying on credit or not getting due credits on your work, but looking at it as a credibility opportunity within a team always plays a really important part or a role within the promotions that you're looking at. Make yourself indispensable would be the third habit. So make sure that you are the go-to person, demonstrate leadership and managerial skills in the area, in the functions that you're currently operating with. That gives you an opportunity to stand out and be that next person who somebody is looking for or you are approached to get that next role or promotion. The next habit is keep learning. Show your boss your commitment and your continuity of developing your skills and finding opportunities to learn new things inside and outside the org. Attend conferences, webinars, courses, projects outside your department, and be it soft skills or technical job skills should always be learned. And make it a top priority to understand how you can influence as a leader, and the managerial skills are well rounded before you go ahead and step into that role. Maybe it is about getting into a lead position and then being able to move into a managerial role. Document your success. Make that a habit. Keep a working portfolio of all your accomplishments. Show your commitment to the organization and articulate the value that you bring to the business. And that becomes your document of record when you go ahead and ask for that promotion. The next skill would be don't be afraid to take charge. It's so important for a leader to be that chokeable neck, be it that the results have gone well and gone successful, or if there were areas of improvement, being able to accept it and take charge and take ownership of the situation, show passion, trustworthiness, decisiveness, and confidence will always stack well to be a leader. There are also dynamics or office politics that create bad vibes or bad aura around the team. Make sure you work with the other folks and be that role model to work yourself out of a bad situation and some of the bad habits that may be encountered in an organization. Show respect to your coworkers, because trust and respect go hand in hand to be able to manage up and down, laterally or horizontally, to be able to make that difference. So don't be afraid to take charge. Network with the right people. Make sure you have all those partnership peers, partners, as well as skip level networks to rely on, and be able to sponsor you for that promotion, and make sure that you have taken every opportunity, hone in on your promotable skills and be noticed and recognized within that network group to be that next leader or to be that next promotable person. Be an engaged employee. As much as you want to do all of this in different varieties of activities, show that engagement at the corporate level, be it at the very top management level down to your own management and your coworkers. That is the success of being engaged and then become that person with the right attitude, a great attitude, to be then promoted. So those would be the 9 characteristics or habits that you have to hone in on to get to that promotion. So you may ask yourself, how do you ask for a promotion? Because a lot of people are not sure about themselves and their ask. So there is the concept of meritocracy. People feel that they should be recognized rather than actually ask and be told that they're ready or not ready. So make sure that you feel you are merited to get that promotion and go ahead and ask for that promotion. How do you do that? Making sure that you've practiced all of the 9 critical habits that are being your forte, your strength, and you have completed it and are ready for that promotion. So just go kill it with all of those habits, and consistency of going above and beyond your job role will definitely give you the ability to go ahead and ask confidently for that promotion. Also, it's very important to ensure that the proper timing is reviewed for the ask. Say the company is going through a number of changes and reduction in forces, that would probably not be a good time to ask for that promotion. Or if your manager is not looking at you as a person who has gone above and beyond in your current role, then that would also not be a good timing for that promotion. Also, sometimes there are more midterm promotions that are done, but normally around the annual performance review time, those promotions are reviewed. So they are timed in each of your organization. Get familiar with when those promotions come into play. And also remember that the facets or factors or projects or impressions that are formed just close to that milestone of that promotion cycle, be at your best behavior, because as much as we would like to think that there is an overall review, the last things leave a taste in the mouth and make the decisions more impressive. So go ahead and focus on the timing of when the ask is made. Clearly explain why you should be promoted. One, you need to be confident about why you're making that stand or why you are looking for that promotion and what is it that it's going to give to you and give to the company. And the next one is, what is the value proposition of promoting you? You cannot continue to do the job, even though it may be within the same group or organization or team. You will obviously have to perform at a different level. And what is it that you are providing, and what is that particular role or promotion will provide back to the organization at large. So those would be the three factors that you consider about asking for a promotion. I think along with the timing, the confidence, and the value proposition that you are putting together, you have to exude excitement and confidence and enthusiasm in the job that you're doing. It is not only words to express those sentiments, but your actions, your body language, your every interaction needs to have that excitement and confidence up and ready for that move. Lastly, you have to love where you're working for, because if you want to have that career growth, career progression, and that promotability, you really need to enjoy what you're doing and continue to enjoy it more, regardless of whether you make that promotion or not. So you need to be very, very closely tied in to actually loving your job and can go ahead and continue to deliver that proposition of value or a value proposition to the corporation. So with that, I would say, think about all of these pieces of self-assessment, the 9 habits that I talked about, and the timing, the enthusiasm, and your readiness with confidence to be able to ask for that promotion. I hope you have learned or seen promotions with a different perspective or my lens to this topic. And I would encourage you and would like to welcome you folks to join as mentors or mentees with the Touch a Life Foundation. And you could do that by going to our website, touchalife.org/careerhelp, and register with us. Thank you, and talk to you soon.
You have just listened to the Successful Ways of Attaining Promotions by Roopa Sunku, Chief Evangelist at TAL Career Help. Stay tuned to TALRadio for many more interesting programs.